century in Anatolia was marked by significant political instability. The Seljuk Sultanate's collapse created a power vacuum in the region. Mongol incursions further destabilized Anatolian territories. Numerous small Turkish beyliks emerged, competing for regional dominance. In the late 13th century, numerous beyliks, or small principalities, emerged. One such beylik was led by Osman. Osman's principality was located on the frontier. This frontier marked the border between the Islamic world and the declining Byzantine Empire. Osman led without a large army or extensive financial resources. His frontier location provided a key strategic century in Anatolia was marked by significant political instability. The Seljuk Sultanate's collapse created a power vacuum in the region. Mongol incursions further destabilized Anatolian territories. Numerous small Turkish beyliks emerged, competing for regional dominance. In the late 13th century, numerous beyliks, or small principalities, emerged. One such beylik was led by Osman. Osman's principality was located on the frontier. This frontier marked the border between the Islamic world and the declining Byzantine Empire. Osman led without a large army or extensive financial resources. His frontier location provided a key strategic advantage. The frontier environment cultivated a strong warrior culture. Faith was a driving force within this warrior culture. The promise of conquest further motivated Osman's followers. Ghazi warriors emerged from frontier environments in the late 13th century. These warriors were driven by religious zeal. They were also motivated by opportunities for territorial expansion. Ghazi fighters formed the backbone of Osman's early military forces. Their dedication and ambition significantly contributed to Osman's initial successes. Osman initiated his military endeavors with minor raids targeting Byzantine forts. These raids were instrumental in the gradual expansion of his territory. The strategic attacks allowed him to establish a firm foothold in the region. The raids focused on weakening Byzantine control over key fortifications. Successful raids provided resources and strategic advantages for further campaigns. This initial phase of raiding was crucial for building Osman's power base. Osman strategically used marriages to forge alliances. He also formed flexible alliances with neighboring beyliks. These alliances extended to Byzantine territories. The goal was to consolidate his power base. This strategy facilitated the expansion of his influence. The Ottoman Principality experienced gradual but consistent territorial growth in the early 14th century. Expansion was achieved through both military conquest and diplomatic strategies. Land acquisition occurred incrementally, village by village. Fortresses were also systematically acquired, solidifying territorial gains. This combined approach ensured steady expansion of Ottoman influence. Orhan succeeded Osman in the early 14th century. Orhan transformed the Ottoman tribe into a structured state. He established the groundwork for a centralized administration. Orhan also developed a comprehensive governance system. These reforms were crucial for the Ottoman Empire's future development. In 1326, the city of Bursa was captured by the Ottoman forces. This conquest marked a pivotal moment in Ottoman history. Bursa became the first major capital of the burgeoning Ottoman Empire. The capture of Bursa signified a major step in the expansion of Ottoman territories. It solidified the Ottomans' presence and influence in the region. This event laid the foundation for the empire's future growth and dominance. In the early 14th century, the Ottoman state began establishing its administration. Bursa was designated as the capital, serving as the administrative center. Key administrative structures, including taxation systems, were implemented. A framework for governance was also established to manage the growing state. In the early 14th century, the Ottoman Empire initiated its own coin minting operations. These coins were primarily made of silver, a valuable and widely accepted metal. minting their own currency, asserted the empire's monetary sovereignty. This facilitated trade and economic activities within the expanding Ottoman territories. The Janissaries were a standing army created by Orhan in the early 14th century. This elite military corps was primarily composed of Christian boys. These boys were conscripted through the Devshirme system, a practice of taking young Christian boys from conquered lands. Once selected, they were converted to Islam and underwent rigorous military training. This process forged a highly disciplined and loyal force, directly serving the Sultan. The Devshirme system was implemented in the early 14th century by the Ottoman Empire. It involved the recruitment of Christian boys from conquered territories. These boys were then subjected to a rigorous process of education and training. The training prepared them for roles within the Ottoman military. The system also integrated them into the administrative elite of the empire. The Janissaries were renowned for their strict discipline. They operated under a centralized authority, ensuring coordinated action. Their professional military capabilities set them apart from other forces. This combination of discipline and professionalism made them unmatched in the region. The Janissaries' effectiveness stemmed from their unique organizational structure and training. The Ottoman Empire initiated its expansion into the Balkan Peninsula during the mid-14th century. A key early victory was the capture of Gallipoli, a strategically important peninsula. This conquest provided the Ottomans with a crucial foothold in Europe. The establishment at Gallipoli marked the beginning of a permanent Ottoman presence on the European continent. The capture of Gallipoli occurred in the mid-14th century. This capture held significant strategic importance for the Ottomans. Gallipoli provided the Ottomans with a crucial bridgehead. This bridgehead facilitated further Ottoman expansion. The expansion was primarily directed into the Balkan Peninsula. Murad I's reign marked a period of significant expansion for the Ottoman Empire. Under Murad I, the empire solidified its control over key territories in the Balkans. This era was characterized by major battles and strategic consolidation. Murad I's leadership transformed the Ottoman Empire into a major regional power. The Battle of Maritsa was a significant conflict in the late 14th century. The battle resulted in a decisive victory for the Ottoman forces. This victory consolidated Ottoman dominance in the Balkan region. The outcome of the battle facilitated further Ottoman conquests in Europe. The Battle of Kosovo took place in the late 14th century. It was a pivotal conflict that resulted in the deaths of both leaders. Despite the losses, the battle solidified Ottoman control over the region. This marked a significant turning point in the history of the Balkans. The Ottoman Empire expanded into the Balkans in the late 14th century. The Ottomans often maintained stability by preserving local elites. Taxation was regulated to ensure consistent revenue and reduce local resistance. Religious autonomy was generally granted to maintain peace and order. These policies facilitated governance and minimized widespread rebellion. The Ottoman system in the late 14th century was marked by pragmatism. This pragmatism involved adapting to diverse local conditions across the empire. A key strategy was incorporating existing administrative structures. This incorporation facilitated smoother governance and reduced resistance. Local customs and laws were often integrated into the Ottoman legal framework. This approach helped maintain stability and legitimacy within conquered territories. The Timar system, used in the late 14th century, was a land-based revenue system. It rewarded soldiers with land revenue instead of direct salary payments. This incentivized military service by linking compensation to land control. The system also promoted agricultural development through military involvement in land management. The Ottoman state possessed a sophisticated understanding of economics. They implemented careful controls over gold and silver reserves. The state actively monitored inflation levels within its territories. Coin purity was rigorously maintained to ensure trust in the currency. These measures were designed to promote and maintain overall economic stability. Bayezid I spearheaded a period of rapid Ottoman territorial growth. His military campaigns focused on consolidating Ottoman control over Anatolia. This unification of Anatolia was largely achieved through military force. Bayezid I's expansionist policies brought the Ottoman Empire into direct conflict with European powers. In the late 14th century, Bayezid I initiated a campaign to unify Anatolia. This unification involved bringing various Turkish beyliks under Ottoman rule. Bayezid I's methods were forceful, compelling the beyliks to submit. The unification consolidated the Ottoman Empire's power base in Anatolia. The Battle of Ankara took place in 1402. Timur's forces decisively defeated those of Bayezid I. Bayezid I, the Ottoman Sultan, was captured during the battle. The defeat led to the collapse of the Ottoman Empire into civil war. This civil war was a direct consequence of the power vacuum created by Bayezid's capture. Timur's victory occurred at Ankara in 1402. Bayezid I was captured as a result of Timur's victory. The victory triggered internal conflict within the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire experienced a period of fragmentation. Timur's victory at Ankara led to instability in the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman interregnum was a period of intense internal conflict. It occurred in the early 15th century. The conflict was a civil war among Ottoman princes. This period of infighting nearly ended the Ottoman dynasty. The interregnum severely threatened the survival of the Ottoman Empire. The empire was at risk due to the princes' struggle for power. Mehmed I played a crucial role in restoring unity to the Ottoman Empire. This restoration occurred after the period known as the interregnum. The interregnum was a time of disunity and conflict within the empire. Mehmed I's efforts focused on consolidating power after this turbulent period. Consolidating power involved re-establishing central authority. Stabilizing the state was a key outcome of Mehmed I's reign. Murad II reigned during the mid-15th century. His reign was marked by efforts to consolidate and stabilize the Ottoman state. This stabilization was crucial for the empire's future. It laid the groundwork for subsequent territorial expansion. A key objective was the strategic capture of Constantinople. Murad II's policies directly contributed to the eventual success in conquering Constantinople. Mehmed II, at the age of 21, successfully captured Constantinople in 1453. This conquest represents a crucial turning point in Ottoman history. The fall of Constantinople marked the definitive end of the Byzantine Empire. Mehmed II's victory established the Ottoman Empire as a dominant power in the region. The siege of Constantinople in 1453 marked a turning point in military history. Cannons were deployed to breach the city's ancient and formidable walls. Naval chains, traditionally a strong defense, were circumvented. Ships were ingeniously dragged over land to bypass naval defenses. These innovative tactics ultimately led to the conquest of Constantinople. The fall of Constantinople occurred in 1453. This event signified the end of the Byzantine Empire. It marked the rise of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans became a dominant power after capturing Constantinople. Following 1453, Constantinople was renamed Istanbul. Istanbul became the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. The city underwent a significant transformation. Istanbul evolved into a vibrant hub for trade. It also became a major center for culture and Ottoman administration. Mehmed II was not only a conqueror but also a lawgiver. He reorganized the administration of the state. Mehmed II took measures to protect minority populations within his realm. He implemented policies aimed at restoring and promoting trade. Mehmed II extended invitations to scholars and artisans to foster intellectual and cultural growth. Under Mehmed II, the Ottoman Empire rose to become a significant global power. This expansion occurred in the late 15th century. The empire extended its influence across 3 continents. The Ottoman Empire controlled vital trade routes. This control of trade routes was a key factor in its global power status. Selim I spearheaded the Ottoman Empire's eastward expansion in the early 16th century. His military campaigns led to the defeat of the Mamluk Sultanate. This victory brought significant territories under Ottoman control. Mecca and Medina, the holiest cities in Islam, came under Ottoman protection as a result. In the early 16th century, Selim I led the Ottoman forces to victory over the Mamluks in Egypt. This victory resulted in the Ottoman Empire gaining control over vast territories. The conquered territories included Egypt and other significant regions previously under Mamluk rule. The acquisition of these territories brought substantial resources into the Ottoman Empire. The defeat of the Mamluks solidified the Ottoman Empire's position as a major power in the region. In the early 16th century, the Ottoman Sultan gained control of Mecca and Medina. This acquisition led to the Sultan assuming the title of Caliph. Becoming Caliph provided the Sultan with significant religious legitimacy. This consolidation enhanced the Ottoman Empire's prestige throughout the Islamic world. In the early 16th century, Egypt was a key source of gold for the Ottoman Empire. Gold shipments from Egypt were directed towards Istanbul, the Ottoman capital. This influx of gold significantly augmented the